Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Telcoin's price chart, and this is not necessarily good or maybe bad news only. No, it's actually a mix of both, and we are going to talk about the recent price action and see what is going on and what are the possible next moves in TL. So let's just dive in and see what is going on. And if you remember the last time that we talked about TL, I think we were right around these areas, and the idea was that if we want to be optimistic and bullish and possibly be able to call this point our final low about, let's say, 0.0032, then okay, we need to be able to identify off of the lowest low a 5 wave on the upside. And back then I was saying this can be a wave 1 followed by probably an ABC flat into wave 2, a strong move on the upside into wave 3, correction for 4, and I said I need to see yet another move up into wave 5 before having a rather deep correction structure on the downside, generally a deep move down. So what happened? Unfortunately, we didn't get this move up, and instead from this point we got our move on the downside, and this is not necessarily good news in my opinion. Now here's a question: can we still argue that maybe this is a 1 2 3 to about this point, but now the end of our wave 4 can be in here, and then we're gonna have yet another move up into wave 5? Surprisingly, the answer is yes. However, as you can see, this wave 2 and 4, which are on the same degree, do not really match each other in terms of size. So that leads me to believe that maybe something else is going on. And this is, I think, the best that I can come up with if I want to be really optimistic in Telcoin. I can tell you to about, yes, probably this point was the end of our wave 4, and we got like a very small move up into wave 5. And pay attention, let's just hide everything. As you can see, in this phase up we didn't actually take the highest side. So I'm gonna say maybe if you want to really force an impulse on this move on the upside, this can be, I guess, a truncated wave 5, and then this is going to be overall a correction structure. Now here's the situation: even if you want to consider this possibility, even in this scenario, I do not believe that our move down in Telcoin is over. Why is that? You see, whenever you are having couple of lows very close together, usually around these areas, some traders will open long positions and they put their stop losses under the lows in here, and the price has a tendency to absolutely wreck those people. So what is it that I'm trying to say? Look how close these recent lows actually are. This is 1 2, let's say 3 4 5. We are having 6 lows extremely close together. So I'm gonna argue there's probably a good amount of liquidity under the lows in here, and well, sure, you may see a move up in like very short term, but then after it you should probably count on yet another move on the downside. Now if after this move down, generally I'm going to say before taking this important low, the lowest one down here, we get a move on the upside, something like this, a strong one, 1 2 3 4 5, in order to take the highs in here. Okay, that actually is a very bullish sign. Why is that? Because at that point I don't really think that we can argue this move down is going to be an impulse. No, instead either it's going to be like an A B C zigzag, or maybe a WXY. I'm thinking possibly in form of a double zigzag, meaning, okay, you can kind of consider at that point this 5 wave up being into a wave 1, correction for 2, and hopefully we are going to have a massive move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. But again, you want to remember, even if you want to go according to this thing, seems like in the short term our move down in TL may not be necessarily over, which is, well, yet another not necessarily good news. But here is actually some optimistic news for you. You see, for the same reason that we said under the lows we are having some liquidity, well, okay, makes sense to argue whenever we are having couple of highs close together in here, we are going to have above them some decent liquidity. And pay attention to what is happening in here, and maybe it's best to go on, I don't know, maybe Bybit chart. Okay, let's go on H1 time frame. So as you can see, this is a beautiful trend line, and by the way, you need to kind of ignore this shadow because this doesn't actually exist when you go on some other charts. So this is a great looking trend line, and here is a top secret top tip for you. You see, whenever you are touching a trend line, I'm gonna say more than 3 times, at that point you shouldn't really count on it to work. No, you should actually count on it to break soon. And how many times are we touching this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times we are touching this trend line, and I'm going to argue for the same reason that I argued that we're going to get a move down. After it, we are probably going to have a move up and get a break of the trend line. And again, at that point, we're not going to be completely out of the woods, okay? You want to remember that we need to pay full attention to the shape of this move, because that is going to determine what is happening. And hopefully we are going to have a strong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure, followed by a consolidation pattern, a correction, and then yet another move on the upside. And why do I need to see that? Because that is going to make me say, you know what, on a higher degree, this is actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it makes me bullish with a bit more confidence in TL. So for like very, very short term, I don't know, let's say like for the next 48 to 72 hours, I think it makes sense to expect a move down. But then after it, let's hope that we get a move on the upside, and we need to pay full attention to the shape of that move, because that's kind of the key. Now, here is a very important point for you. Let's say, okay, we are going to have a move up, but then we're not going to have a consolidation. No, instead, we're going to get a strong move down in order to take this low. And well, that is going to kind of confirm that we are having a 3-wave movement in form of, I'm going to say probably an ABC zigzag, meaning our move down is not over. And from here, we can expect a continuation of this short-term downtrend in order to take the lowest low once more. However, I don't really think, let's say at least at the moment, that if in Telcoin we are going to take the lows, we are going to go, for example, a whole lot lower. Why is that? You see, a very important argument for saying that comes down to what is going on in terms of indicators. First things first, let's go on H4 and see what's happening. Okay, so in a stock RSI, we are having a sell signal, a confirmed one, and in MACD, sure, this is a buy signal, so you can interpret it as a good sign. But because of a stochastic RSI, right now, I think I need to be very, very patient. Now, what is going on in weekly time frame? Okay, so the situation, as you can see, is basically the opposite. In a stock RSI, we are having a buy, but in MACD, we are having a sell signal. So I'm trying to tell you, if you want to be bullish with a lot of confidence in Telcoin and you do not really care about the short-term price action, it's probably best for you to wait just a little bit more and see buy signals in weekly chart in these two indicators at the same time. That could be a very, very important sign suggesting, you know what, the final low in Telcoin is in. And the last time that happened, we were, yes, right around this candlestick, about, let's say, 0.002. And as you can see, we got about a 600% move on the upside, which is definitely not that bad. Now, pay attention. I said it earlier. What if we do go down and take the lowest low? At that point, I believe that we are going to have sort of kind of a bullish divergence in here. Why? This is on the live chart, a low. The other one is a lower low. But in daily time frame, in MACD, as you can see, we are having a low right in here and not this one. Again, it's very important to understand that. And the other one is a higher low. Now, here's the situation. Even if in Telcoin we get a move down and take the lows, even at that point, it's going to be way too soon to be pessimistic. But at the same time, if you see TEL in MACD getting a break of the divergence line, you know what, that could actually lead to some strong moves on the downside. As long as we are not really seeing a break of the line, I think any kind of move down in TEL is just going to be a slow and choppy one, meaning overall, I do believe that bears are kind of running out of power, and I'm really hoping that soon bulls are going to take charge and send the price just higher and higher for the mid to long term. So overall in Telcoin, in the long term, do not get me wrong, no matter what is going to happen in the current area, I am 1000% bullish, and I do have kind of a hard time believing that our bull run is over. In the midterm, I am also optimistic, but in the short term, let's consider the possibility of having yet another move down. So in case that happens, we're not going to really be surprised at all. and I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in TL's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.